Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in the Buzz. After gaining the national spotlight a few months ago, it appears all the teachers at Central Falls High School will keep their jobs following a tentative agreement the teachers will officially vote on this afternoon. Now, you might remember back in February, two sides, they couldn't come to an agreement. The teachers and staff were told they'd be fired by the end of the school year, but now a mediator has helped them reach an agreement that includes working longer school days, more after-school tutoring, and a new evaluation system. Take a listen to what Education Commissioner Deborah Gist had to say about the changes.
Just exactly the kind of reforms that we know are necessary in order to make the dramatic improvements that we're expecting at the high school.
Interesting. So I want to know what you guys thought about this, because there's been a lot of hyperbole on both sides, and it just sounds to me, I'd like to hear your takes. What do you guys think?
Take it away.
All right. Originally, they didn't like what was going on with the kids' grades, and they're underperforming and all that, so they decided to fire everybody.
Year after year.
Year after year after year. So it sounds like to me they kind of, I don't want to use the analogy, the gun to the head, but feet to the fire, whatever, and said, here's what you need to do in order to keep your jobs. Well, why did we have to go through this whole, as you used earlier, rigmarole, get the president talking about it on TV about, oh, this is a wonderful program, let's fire all these, this is the president speaking, I agree with this is great. If you schools across this country don't perform, all the teachers are going to get let go. And then, we fast forward 4 months, and then all of a sudden we're like, wait a second.
Yeah, it seems like it was just positioning.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing, too,
weird.
If you're going to fire all the teachers, 50% of those teachers have the opportunity originally in the original plan to get the jobs back. If they were really good teachers, they could re-interview and be rehired. There is such a multitude of amazingly talented teachers who are invested in improving the way that students learn, and not just teaching to the test, and really, caring about students, that why in the world, I just don't understand why you would just simply keep all the teachers when there is such a pool of talent out there that you could say this is an opportunity for us to relook at who really deserves to be teaching here in this school, who's going to help us improve, and go in and get the very best and the brightest and still employ Rhode Islanders.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish they stuck to their guns, and
because it just seems like, oh, it was all this hot air, we really want change. You didn't really want change, you just wanted to say, simply that we are going to threaten you with this, and then when you decided to come to our terms, then we decided, oh, well, it was all positioning anyway. And the president said this was a good idea.
And they originally asked them to implement these changes. They wanted them to stay after, and all the teachers said no.
Yeah, and do you really want teachers who in the first place said no, and now they're begrudgingly doing it only because, they felt they were going to lose
That didn't
their
make any sense to me. I mean, if you're a basketball player and you're missing all your free throws, and your coach says, after practice, I want you to work with us, and the guy says no, what does that tell you right off the bat? What does that tell you?
You get cut. Well, I'm interested to see what the president has to say about. I wonder if he'll have a follow-up press conference today talking about, oh, maybe that idea wasn't so good in the first place. Because I like what they're doing now in Central Falls. They're going to give all those teachers their jobs back because they've changed their mind. Whatever. I will say this about teachers, and my mom was a teacher.
Mine as well.
And they have. And it's unfortunately they all get sometimes grouped into the same group here. They have a great job as far as job security goes. They can teach forever as long as they don't nothing major happens. And sometimes you need to light the old fire there and to get things motivated, because there are some ones that are in the system that maybe not as motivated as they should be.
And teachers are getting younger and younger and younger. And when I was in school, all my teachers were 50s, 60s, it seemed like. And now my sister's a teacher, she's younger. Courtney Caligieri's sister's a teacher. So there are these new teachers that are motivated, excited to get in there. And
we're certainly not saying that an older teacher isn't as motivated as a younger teacher. These things happen in cycles, and it doesn't matter. If you have the passion, you have the passion. It doesn't matter what age you are. But Courtney, I will say this, a lot of people are going to disagree with us this morning, and they're going to say, listen, these teachers in this economic climate, they should be able to keep their jobs, they should be able to stay, and a lot of people there really love all the teachers at Central Falls High School.
You hit the nail on the head right there. I'm actually surprised they are all thinking these teachers deserve a second chance. I haven't heard yet that they think they should have been fired with some new ones rehired, so we'll see how the poll goes at the end of the show. But let's take a look at some of the comments here on Fox Private Providence.com. This one's from Lisa. She said, I think that it's a good idea to keep them and work with them, so the new changes should make a difference. And then this one's from Joseph. He says, I'm glad to hear the teachers will be rehired. I hope a valuable lesson was learned and we can get back on track and give these kids the education they deserve. Here's the poll right there underneath the live blog. What do you think about the agreement regarding Central Falls teachers? A, the new changes will make a difference. B, teachers should be fired, new ones hired. And that's sticking to the original plan they talked about there a few months ago. Here's a snapshot of our Facebook page. We've got quite a few comments so far, and this one's from Pamela Burkett. She said, I agree the teachers should be allowed to return, but school administration has to be held responsible to make sure the teachers are doing their job and the children are learning. She says it's not acceptable to allow teachers to continue in their positions if the children are not. And Luisa D'Souza says they shouldn't have been fired in the first place. Teaching, learning is a team effort, and the parents should be involved in the process. So if you guys feel differently, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe we can read comments from that other side, and we'll see how the poll goes in about a half hour. For now, we're going to head into the kitchen.